Welcome to Shmu's Views. Before we get started, I want to give a little side note here, a little word of wisdom, I hope, for those who are considering getting online and making videos and things like that. If you have a studio like we do here, I'm going to give you a little word of advice. Don't build your studio below ground, underground, at the lowest level of the ground, because it's cold. It gets cold in this studio. I feel like I'm in the David Letterman studio. They said he used to keep that at 55 degrees. Well, our studio is pretty cold. Why? Because it's underground. Little hint for anyone considering doing this: keep it above ground. Okay, let's jump into what we're going to look at today, the fine line between Jewish law and tradition. Well, the distinction between Jewish law, or Halakha, the way or the path, and Jewish tradition, known as Minhag, is fundamental but often misunderstood, even by those deeply involved in Jewish study. Imagine stepping into a world of Judaism, a tapestry woven with threads of divine commandments, ancient wisdom, and vibrant customs. At its heart lie two pillars: Jewish law and Jewish tradition. They stand side by side, shaping Jewish life, yet they're not the same. Here's how they differ. Jewish law, or Halakha, is our Jewish legal system. It is binding on all Jews, whether they accept it or not. Halakha refers to the mandatory legal framework of Judaism, derived from the written Torah, the Tanakh, and the oral Torah, the Talmud, Midrash, and later legal codes like the Shulchan Aruch. It dictates obligations, prohibitions, and permissible actions in daily life. The source work for Jewish law is the Torah, both written and oral, Talmudic discussions, rabbinic decrees, and later legal authorities. The authority attached to the law is binding on all Jews, with different interpretations across the various sects, such as Orthodox, Conservative, etc., for examples. Keeping Shabbat, Exodus 28 through 11. Kashrut, are dietary laws. No pork, no fish without fins and scales, the controversial rendering of no mixing meat and dairy, Leviticus 11. And wearing of tefillin and placement of mezuzah, Deuteronomy 6, 8 through 9. Ethical laws, such as not bearing false witness or charging interest to fellow Jews. Jewish tradition, however, is known as Minhag. It is composed of the cultural and communal aspects among the Jewish people scattered across the globe. Minhag refers to customs that develop over time within Jewish communities in Israel and throughout the diaspora. While these minhagim may be deeply respected and widely practiced, they are not legally binding at the same level as halakha. They are as binding as each individual community affords it, and visitors to those communities, or those Jews who move into them, are expected to follow the minhag of that particular group you wish to join. The authority of minhag will vary by community. Some traditions become near law, if widely accepted. To reiterate, minhag is dependent on community practices, historical circumstances, or rabbinic interpretations that do not originate directly from Torah law. Some examples of minhag or tradition are the wearing of a kippah or yarmulke. Halakha requires covering the head during prayer, but constant wearing is a minhag. Eating gebrots, or wet matzah, on Pesach. Some avoid it, others don't. Different nuzach, or prayer styles, between Ashkenazic, Sephardic, and Mizrahi Jews are considered minhag. And finally, the kaparot ceremony before Yom Kippur, the swinging of a chicken over one's head and the throwing of bits of bread into flowing water. Yet some of us, like all religious groups, have some strange traditions. Yeah, that's true. We Jews do have some strange traditions, but let's be honest, who doesn't? While Jewish law must be followed, with some, but limited room for interpretation, Jewish traditions enhance Jewish life and identity, but can vary widely between communities. Bottom line, halakha is the skeleton, minhag is the clothing. Both shape Jewish life, but only one is legally mandatory. It is my hope that this basic explanation of the difference between Jewish law and tradition is better understood. And believe me, beloved, it is basic. I would encourage those who want to know more about this to continue watching my videos, reading the essays I post on Substack and Blogger, as we here at Shmu's Views tackle these and many other Jewish ideas and ideals here on Rumble, YouTube, and across the various social media platforms. Links to my Shmu's Views Locals community, Substack, and Blogger page are in the description of this video below. I would ask you to please like, subscribe, and share with others. And until next time, I wish you a very hearty shalom.